FC Barcelona fan, the most memorable 90 minutes of your life, the Bayern Munich, and the year almost A2 in a single match. So okay, what I say? But the most memorable 90 minutes, I just say, is stay forever in the life of Justice Bafoboni as how made the year veteran or Parliament House on about the banter between Honorable Mahama Ayariga, I just saw a majority leader, and I feel so Honorable Afenyo Markin, our minority leader. I had Gossip 24. My main for Chief Justice veteran, I say, because 90 minutes after your cocoa break, message so maybe a subscribe button so now I click it drama. No, I click on notification icon. So follow him, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter at gossip24.com, any Gossip 24. Now me cow say a yellow actor Drogba muina munim the situation maybe as some media eko doing to me sell numbers no and that screen no kitwe bi ensa wadaroma kitwe bia ensa or 1 cedi or 10 cedis or 20 cedis na so obi to me donate abo modern aso be touch lives na touch Drogba life e my na yakopon e be shroud numbers no and that screen no eti eko straight nkomo no etienne and a verti justice Bafoboni neja waba be chief justice of my Ghana somebody or acting you nominated no as I was vetting any date somebody the veteran no and the baba is just no pano acting na for be 90 solid minutes all kasaye do ye ina so because drama e koso e woni nim no e bra adwene so and the drama is happening between Honorable Afenyo Markin and after so Honorable Mahama Ayariga. Now, Honorable Afenyo Markin, Obi and a minority leader, and Honorable Mahama Ayariga and a majority leader. Now, some I say, Honorable Afenyo Markin no shall say or Casa. No shall say or Casa pet, and or refer to Mr. Justice Bafoboni. Say Justice Bafoboni, no, or you disputed, or you disputed nominee.
This morning, on behalf of the caucus, we hear with a heavy heart, but an unshakable resolve to defend the Constitution of Ghana, protect judicial independence, and uphold the rule of law. We gather to vet a disputed nominee for office of Chief Justice of Ghana.
And why now Mahama Ayariga bebusi depi. And my name kasa on to me kasa you disputed the because asem we krano o me raise on the floor of Parliament. And my just say hard time no. Now Honorable Bernard Ahiafo and I just say oti asem no and my later speaker right Honorable Abambagwen e ba betena asem no kan asem rule on the matter. Inti aden and Honorable Afenyo Markin you do vet na say now, Papa disputed.
Speaker himself, because you sat as a deputy speaker, the speaker himself came and recounted the motion and also gave a ruling. So this issue about the propriety or otherwise of whatever happened has been raised on the floor, debated extensively, and a ruling given.
It's from this point, you know, I don't know about Afenyo Markin. Records were hot and qualified Kadia Chensey. Also, yet to be raisy as a speaker Canada on the floor of Parliament and your rules the chair said and some of us speaker ho Chief Justice ho any one more kaka hono yet to me can one sem copim said there is a substantive motion there.
The Chief Justice, members and justices of the Superior Court of Judicature shall not be raised in Parliament except upon a substantive motion. You cannot raise anything about the conduct of a member of the Superior Court of Judicature of this country in Parliament except by a substantive motion. No substantive motion is before us, and so the ranking member has no right, no lawful authority to raise anything about what happened in court, the processes leading to a removal of anybody, and the nomination of anybody. You have no right, pursuant to our rules, to raise those issues. So be guided, because if you raise them, I'm going to object.
Speaker Nagasa, this is Sammy. Right Honorable Abambagwe, the time or yebi. Yeah, Papa, Kesa Lato Force and Finance Minister, on also yebi. And then they different one.
It's not the first time a leader in the minority is having this opportunity to make opening remarks. It predates me. from J.H. Mensah's era, he and J.H. Owusu Achampong, all the way to Alban Bagbin, MP for Naudole Kalio, and minority leader as he then was. The videos are there. Hansard is there. Honorable Bagbin had unfettered opportunity to make his political statement on behalf of the minority, and they were not stopped on point of order. It got to Chairman Sabonsu, it got to Harun Edrusu, and recently, my own respected colleague, Dr. Kasiel Atufosen. The records are there. Let's not create a certain impression as if all it is you are majority, so we cannot even say a word. We must have our rights. These are far right. We will state them, and you would also have the opportunity to state them for the record. Please, let us have some more decency.
Honorable Mahama Ayariga Bemu said, "Debbie, so what can speech be a speech? So what can speech be? That's a speech near derogatory. Any idea? Anyone can say, speak an amount who can now twasuka. I was a speaker near and sure say, Obe apologize. So what catch your papa? Bafubon your tea and say, or a disputed. And then I was a honorable man that I have for. I'm honorable as a Afenyo Markin. Everyone will apologize.
When you refer to the nominee as Chief Justice, the minority objected to the reference to the nominee as Chief Justice and said that he is not a Chief Justice, he is a nominee to the post of Chief Justice, and so you must refer to him appropriately. Or acting Chief Justice, because he's also an acting Chief Justice. And an acting Chief Justice is a Chief Justice. Now, he has referred to the nominee as a disputed nominee. Disputed nominee.
Because in actual fact, no, or who will be as a dispute be our justice baffle bonny ho, I disobey Jinaswaka, say justice baffle bonny or two or a disputed chief nominee, and that's a disputing with him.
Disputed nominee. You are in court what? Are you in court litigating his nomination? No. Are you in court disputing his nomination? You are not in court challenging his nomination. So to the extent that you are not in court challenging his nomination, there is no dispute about his nomination. If there is a dispute about some other action. So you have no right to look him in the face here before this committee and refer to him as a disputed nominee and expect me to sit here and not respond. So, Mr. Chairman, pursuant to our own rules, he has to withdraw and apologize to him for referring to him as a disputed nominee when he is not a disputed nominee.
For the sake of peace, you know, now what's on better than you have no rule say, Honorable Alexander, Honorable Mahama Ayariga, what they might say, Sisia me really say what dear. Honorable Alexander, if I to me, I can't say me now. But more you see the word disputed nominee.
Chairman, he has had two opportunities to make a point. Let me respond to
Honorable members, Honorable Minority Leader, listen to what I will have to say.
Okay.
Please proceed and raise your issue. Avoid the use of disputed Chief Justice. Once I do not have a right to refer to him as a Chief Justice, but Chief Justice nominee. Let us all observe that rule and refer to him as such.
But say, Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin, now with this one, it's another thing altogether, right? In Joshua say, I call back to the comments, and all kind. Then the Honorable Mahama Ayariga are objective 1 million times.
Let me be unequivocally clear. The minority in Parliament objects to and unequivocally condemns the coordinated campaign to subjudicate Ghana's judiciary to political domination. Chairman, the facts speak for themselves.
I object again. I object again.
On the 22nd
I object again.
April,
I object again, Chairman.
On 22nd of April,
I object again.
2025.
Chairman, I object again. I object.
And once again, it had to take the intervention of a chairman for the committee, and so the person of Honorable Benada here for so Bebemu and son Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin air tracking back. I just want to be some no chance, and no chance every April. Dumo Mudi Madame get you talk on oil former Chief Justice. Send your musi, mammy, if you are dear so, send your mind treating mammy fairly. And no chance the free.
Speak for themselves. On April 22nd, 2025, Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu was suspended as a result of a prima facie determination by the Council of State as contained in the public announcement made by the executive. We, the minority, hold the view that the subsequent committee that was set up under the chairmanship of His Lordship Gabriel Scott Poama to trial the Chief Justice amounted to a travesty of justice.
Chairman.
The removal
our rules are clear.
And why that is on a Mahama Ayariga so bemubio referring Honorable Afenyo Markin to other rule now already, you know. Sebasa, want to me catch Chief Justice in Semno, Awahasi. Especially when there is no substantive motion. And then our person will chiamran on penning on chiamran, all follow rule, no.
The conduct of the Speaker, the Chief Justice, members and justices of the Superior Court of Judicature shall not be raised in Parliament except on a substantive motion. He has just raised the question of the conduct of a Supreme Court judge who chaired the committee. And he describes it and the conduct and what the justice did as a travesty of justice. He has raised the conduct of that judge. He has.
It's a standing 5. And the Ama rules no. On penny. So Honorable Afenyo Markin and I say, or Befa Kwanabi, no on penny or standing 5, the Ama rules no.
And the rules are clear. And I can assure you that I will not allow you to breach any inch of the rules today. No inch of the rules will I allow you to breach.
It's the end. The response Honorable Afenyo Markin, and the Honorable Mahama Ayariga, and it's a hey. So be fees Honorable Mahama Ayariga bet to me back committee so. No about Betsinebu. No about man marking. No about protecting justice. Bafubon you so we don't about veteran na obwa AC.
Chairman, unless the majority leader intends to frustrate everything that the minority has to say by way of its opinion, when did Parliament reduce to this? When you have the right to say your own, you are the leader of the House. You have unfettered right to rebut. That is the debate we even have on the floor. When there's a debate, you take note. Where you think you disagree, when it gets your turn, you should also say that the committee's work did not amount to travesty of justice. Simplicity. But this issue of one line, point of order, next line, you are marking, don't say this, don't say that. Where are we heading to? The judiciary criticizes the government and members of the public where they disagree in their ruling. We,
Honorable
Minority
Leader, kindly conclude for me.
The work of even
Please
the
conclude for
judiciary.
me. Conclude for me.
I beg you, Leader.
Conclude.
We all agreed, Chairman. You
Conclude.
know.
Conclude.
Then Honorable Benedict Hapo and make a ruling or Hanum Sake. Asemi. Oh, can say committee no Oman treaty Madam Justice Tokono fail. And as a committee no ebu attention efa Madam Justice Tokono in Semno. But committee no money ha. Justice Poama Hotina Semisui. Oh, to me, my main and no hasi. And ya had no be your monsamano. It's no so what can sem at the Tuamuswa. O may your Muhano. Mr. Alexander, Honorable, Ebeyanka Susuka.
The majority leader.
Travesty of justice is now.
I have listened to the minority leader. Honourable members, we should be guided by the principles that if there is an issue on the floor of Parliament which has got to do with another who may not have the opportunity to respond to it, such a thing should not be made on the floor. Now, though Justice Gabriel Poama is here in person, at no point will he have the opportunity of responding to any issue raised about him. None of the committee members will have the opportunity here and then to make comment. Therefore, for you jumping into a conclusion to say that their report amount to a travesty of justice without any of them having the opportunity to respond, offends our rules. I will consequently order that anything in relating to the committee and justice performance should be expunged from our record. That is my ruling.
But on about the Afenyo Markin, hold it back. Just on man, the quite so resume, you know, and was also better as we had your candidate was also a you. Say, Madam, Justice, Gertrude, Tokono, Abu if you are this, why am I you? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Nabokai debut.
We hold a view that the removal of her ladyship, Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu, was cloaked in some opaque circumstances unacceptable to the jurisprudence of our country.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Minority Leader.
It's your repeat here, no? That is a quack best another banter. Not just a lot of commotion. And I said, no, so the cover by here. I said, you're not balanced and a friend like Mr. Kasa, no, Honorable Mahama Ayariga, Jilebu, full 90.
Are clear that we should refrain from the use of offensive language. We are here for the purposes of vetting. A situation where the process will be used to describe the work of a committee to be opaque, meaning it was done in darkness, is offensive. Therefore, I would order that same be expunged from the record as if it doesn't exist. Honorable Minority Leader, proceed.
Chairman, with respect. Chairman, with respect, he raised the objection. You didn't give me the opportunity to respond. And you're saying that you have ruled. I mean, what is the fairness in this? He just raised the objection. He didn't refer to any rule this time. This time, he didn't refer to any rule. And then he says that we should go and do press conference.
Honorable Minority Leader, kindly proceed.
It is our contention that the process leading to the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Araba Isaba Tokonu was unfair, it lacked due process, it did not adhere to any constitutional procedure.
Chairman,
we continue.
I hope, Chairman,
to say.
I hope, Chairman, that persistently violating the rules of this House is a breach of privilege. You know that. Persistently violating the rules of this House.
Chairman, Honorable
Minority Leader.
He's made a point. Let me make a point with respect to you.
Honorable Minority Leader, if you can hear me out, yes, maybe the point that you want to make, you may realize that it is not necessary. Honorable members.
And you would think that at this moment, maybe our honorable as a Afenyo Markin, ebe retreaty, now they will trust him. So, but no, I said, maybe. Because I can answer because, no, Omu na our Ghana has will be who the course. Obie who the course say, Asemno, a high court, a court of appeal, a Supreme Court, baby, Asemna ko nyina court be answer Ghana has in Casemno. Omeja Asem, never Masemno, Ako other international courts, and one Mahama Ayariga so Romeo.
Don't be preemptive, so go ahead.
Chairman, 7 separate proceedings across 3 jurisdictions. Our own Supreme Court, the High Court, and the ECOWAS Court of Justice now challenge the constitutional validity of that removal. Not one has been heard on its merits.
Mr. Chairman.
Yet, while these cases remain pending, while the very question of whether a vacancy exists remains subject, there is a nomination to replace.
I object.
Can have the floor. Honorable Minority Leader, hold it. Majority Leader, you said you object. What are you objecting to?
Mr. Speaker.
Order.
Our rules are very clear on pending matters.
Afenyo Markin, honorable. No, Afenyo Markin say, "Hey, the woman say honorable Mahama Ayariga yeno. E man nyem mwa. Omwa seda. And no maba so mabe objecti. No ma frustrate minority no any idea because omunim say. Sa asem o ka no. E ko hanza nimu na so mo capture. Ochine bi bebebu aba omu majority for no. Ochine bi kwa ya mo fa so yi justice to kono no. Se hanza ne capture. Ene kwa ya mo fa so je justice bafuboni etu mu say chief justice wo my women no. Hanza ne capture. The honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin kana. Eba be hanti majority no. Into no masha da objective sir.
The minority on this committee is ready to assist you through this process. It is clear to us, however, that consistently there is a grand design to obstruct us, deny us of our right to express opinion on a matter of national discourse. We are clear on our minds what the majority is up to. And Chairman, although we know, and it's a fact, that all of you are of the same stock, we, however, think that we should be heard. All these objections that they are raising here and there has one aim, that the minority must not be heard for posterity. They know that if these views get into Hansard, it will come back and haunt them someday. That is all that they are doing.
In the end, your honor, now not better than your phone will say, baby, assembly do the this will cocoa break. Then the Omoko could lead down. Into your ho, and I say, Pamlo channel. Omaba born in 90 minutes. Buy money, a share, bassa for 8-2 within 90 minutes. But Mudi idea, Omu who be a scores no, echo, into no more cocoa break, abansa.
Any prejudicial comment? I didn't say anything that offends or the 103F. It is very clear what he is up to. Let us be very fair. Let us allow democracy to be at play. They are in the majority, no doubt. They are in majority, no doubt. But they should allow us. I'm responding to, you see, Chairman, what the majority leader is doing is not fair. He raises his issues. You don't have to respond. When you are responding, he now determines how you should respond to him. The chief whip has spoken. You have spoken. When you are talking, you don't calculate the hours.
Because
Honorable members, order.
When you are talking,
order.
When you are talking, you don't talk about the
on
time.
this note, we'll break for cocoa. So it's time for cocoa break.
Now, one would expect, sir, if you are cocoa break, things won't come back to normal. Maybe we'll be a maintaining composer, no will go through vetting process. But no, I'm free cocoa break in a buy, and it's a imagine same. And there's honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin, Eddie plan better justice. I'm ready. To meet now, sir, acting Chief Justice, as I'm ready, and nominate him to say I'm a vetting. Onukoya na wasankai first man justice tokono ensemi enko otumi ma e fa court processes mu no mu tie no mu di ma me na sema opepepe so wanya sa itu amoso betena ha no mo na so omo hwe se omo nya vete no na omo ba bisa na no asema omo do mu tumi nye o meja ama majority no omo bisa no question no omo answer omo de omo state on position says how many there Chief Justice no the nomination process no omo nka ho vetting process no omo nka ho bibia be sibia no omo nka ho
that the majority can proceed with the questions. We do not intend to proceed with any question. We are, however, registering in the strongest terms that we reject the nomination, and the records should reflect that the report of this committee be a majority report. We don't need to vet a nominee before we vote against the nominee. We have preliminary issues well grounded in law. You may disagree with us. And we say that on the basis of that, we cannot be part of a process that would give right to another and deny another of her bona fide as enshrined in the Constitution. Chairman, that said, we would yield to you to proceed whilst we exit this committee room with our views well documented for the records, and on the floor we shall proceed with a debate further stating our position and take a vote against the nominee as required by the rules of the plenary. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Minority Leader. But how do you reject a nominee who is yet to be vetted?
Should I respond?
The report is not ready to be voted for. We are not at a stage of approval. So your conclusion is very preemptive.
No, Chairman, let me
It's
Chairman will respect. Chairman would respect.
This is not what I want you to respond to.
No, Chairman,
so
but
I don't want your
Chairman,
response on this.
To the extent that you've raised it, I just need to.
Honorable
Chairman,
Minority Leader,
Chairman,
you have your day.
Chairman,
you have your day. The two microphones should be off.
Chairman,
the two microphones should be off. With all due respect,
we have registered our position.
Honorable Minority Leader,
that we have rejected. We don't need to vet
agreed on your position.
We reject it, and we
agreed on your position. Yes. When it is time for voting, then you can vote against the nominee. Yes. So we thank you very much, and we wish you a very good luck. Honourable members.
Why you wishing us a good luck? One-sided.
Yes, okay.
But in all, did you see the composure of Justice Bafuboni? I wish, sir, I could figure out the echoes with the team. Right? I wish I could figure out the echoes with the team throughout all this dialogue, any banter, any back and forth, any break. Now, I wish I could see the echoes with the team. Well, what made the composure? And I just why I didn't know she. They didn't crown to say moving qua, they didn't da faco. And what she the echoes. And I'm like, oh man, is I don't know. You know, I don't know. Because Senkobia or show some sign of frustration, be buying the same as will be no, what's all? And we're maintaining composure. I got 24. An interesting man.